Alright, you guys, so what's up with my hair? Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys, so I've been wanting to make this video, and a couple of others like it for quite a while, but I was gonna wait a little while, but I got this awesome comment from somebody that helped me to be able to segue into this. This has always been part of my conversation. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you remember that I used to have dreadlocks that were like 3 feet long. And so basically what's happening right now, the reason why my hair is so messy is that I'm letting it dread because I get tired of basically pulling my hair out by the roots. And I have tried everything my entire life to keep my hair from being this tangly, and there are a few hair care products that work, but they cause issues for me. And really, guys, hair care products, I mean, even if they don't cause issues on your skin, they are going to cause hormone issues. A lot of these things that people put on their skin, even the all natural organic ones, are hormone disruptors. I know this for a fact because I have researched this extensively because I couldn't figure out why I kept getting sores behind my ears when I was younger, and I started making my own soap about almost 30 years ago now. I make my own hair care products, my own soap, and my own skincare products, quite a few things. So yeah, it's just something that that I know quite a bit about, and I do also know that if I want my hair to do what the status quo wants it to do, I have to put on a lot of product, and I really choose not to do that. My hair is not totally kinky curly, however, it does like to tangle up, and it stays that way for even after I brush it. Like 5 minutes after I brush it, it's tangled in a knot again, okay? So I just sat there and pulled out all of this hair all day long, or I mean not all day long, but twice a day for nothing. So I really don't prefer to be bald unless I shave my head, because at least that's nicer. If I'm pulling out all of my hairs 1 to 2 to 3 at a time, then it's really miserable. So I just give up after a while, and I either cut it off or I do dreads. I particularly don't like myself as a short-haired person. I can kind of look cute sometimes, but it's not my preferred hairstyle. And also, I like the fact that dreadlocks are unique to everybody. Unless you have somebody do them professionally, there's no two sets alike. Everybody's hair does it different, and I can attest to you that because I've had dreadlocks off and on since I was 25 or so, I think it was 25, every set of dreads that I have had has been different. So it doesn't get boring because the hairstyle is always changing, it's always different, and nobody else in the whole entire world, even if they have dreadlocks, is going to have hair like you. So I really like it. So it's just something that I do. Once they get my hair in particular, some people when they have dreads, I've talked to a few people, they kind of stop at a certain point and they don't get any longer. Mine doesn't do that. It just keeps going and going and going. So what I do is I either trim it to a more manageable length about every 5 years, or I cut it off completely, just depending on how I feel. And so maybe this time, if they do get too heavy, I will just trim them to a more manageable length and then let them grow longer so that I have dreadlocks longer. Who knows? I am pretty excited to see what they're going to look like because, like I said, as an artist and a creative kind of person, I like the fact that they're not uniform and they have this natural look to them, and that every time is different. So it's like a surprise every time to see how they're going to turn out. And like over the years too, they kind of evolve and do different things. So your hair doesn't really stay the same. So I really appreciate the aesthetic of them. So to the person that gave me the comment of it looks like I haven't brushed my hair in a month, I told them thank you very much. Thank you for noticing, pretty much. I haven't brushed my hair in 3 or 4 months. So it was kind of interesting that somebody finally noticed. But I just wanted to put this in the channel because it is something that's part of my life. It has been part of my life since I was 25. And hair growth, and hair health is a sign of health too. And if you can sport dreads that are like, you know, as big around as a quarter, that are 3 feet long without them falling out of your head or breaking off or something like that, you must have some pretty healthy hair. Now granted, I kind of inherited it from my family. I do have some, you know, good hair genes, I guess you would say. However, since I've been doing carnivore for the past 8 years, my hair is even healthier. So there were a few mishaps that I had with my hair that everybody probably had like a year and a half ago, where some of it did fall out, but it had nothing to do with my diet. I think it had something to do with maybe I got COVID and didn't realize it or something, because I didn't really feel sick. But I did have a time when my hair was thinning. It has since grown back. It's just fine. And now it's back to its own tangledy self, its old tangledy self. So I will, you know, be just letting it dreadlock. And what I do is I do the natural process. I don't have any professionals do my hair because, well, first of all, I like to do my own stuff. And secondly, I think it's less harsh to your hair because I don't want to fight with it. The whole point in me doing dreads is just to not fight with my hair. It's just to let it do what it wants to do. And also a dreadlock do, whether you're getting extensions, because you can, believe it or not, get dreadlock extensions, which I had no idea about it until recently. I just thought people got their hair, like grew their hair long and had it, you know, woven into dreads, which people do. They do have a dreadlock weaves that they do, and dreadlock permanents, and there's all these fake ways to do dreads, or semi-natural ways that when you have a professional do it and have them separated off and make it perfectly, like, you know, uniform and all that kind of stuff, which I didn't want, because to me that looks like a mop. I don't, and it looks like everybody else's. I want my dreads to be unique, but it's just very expensive. I mean, a hairdo like that, when I first started doing dreadlocks for myself, I looked into it, and it would cost over $500, and that was back, you know, in the early 1990s. So now I could imagine it probably could cost anywhere from $500 on up, depending on where you go and what type that you get, and whether it's extensions or not. It's going to be very, very cost prohibitive to some people. So hopefully I will be able to squeeze in, you know, some techniques here and there on how to do dreads naturally. And, you know, one of them, basically, the basic one, the first one that you do is you just let your hair separate in a lock naturally. I didn't really coerce this one. It basically did it itself. And after you wash your hair, and that's another thing, people think dreadlocks are dirty. No, you keep your hair clean. But after you wash your hair, and I only wash my hair with water because it dries out enough. I don't need soap to help it, or any kind of shampoo, because I can't use conditioners and things either, or any product. I can't do any product. And vinegar for my hair just dries it out more. So, but anyway, so you just let it separate, and then you kind of pull them apart. So if they start to stick, you know, kind of like these down here, you just separate them out into a manageable size. And I'm not particular on the size, because like I said, I want my hair to be unique, and it does its own thing, and I'm trying not to fight with it. So that's basically it. And then after a while, they will turn into little dreadlocks. And as you can see, there's one in the back, and it will straighten itself out. It will not keep this thing on the bottom. It will weave itself into it itself eventually. But as you can see, there's some that's already starting to be a dread, and they will be flat for a little while, and eventually they will turn round. You could also, like, you know, roll them if you need to, and I have to do that sometimes. But for the most part, I don't do too much to them. I just let them do what they need to do themselves, and it's much more comfortable too, because I have tried having people like my mom and myself part it off, you know, into smaller sections, and that's very uncomfortable. So I try to, like, let my hair just go where it wants to go naturally. So if you guys are interested in that, I can talk more about it. In fact, I probably will anyways, because you're going to be seeing some raggedy, weird looking hair here for a minute, and you're going to probably be seeing all the stages of what natural dreadlocks do. And for a lot of people, it could take up to a year for their hair to start looking like, you know, decent. Mine is a little bit faster than that. It's probably like, you know, 6 months or so before it starts really looking like dreadlocks. But yeah, so thank you to the person that gave me that comment, because it kind of gave me a way to like segue into this kind of subject on our channel. And like I said, you can't have 3-foot long dreads if your hair is not healthy, because what'll happen sometimes too, just like regular hair, it's gonna break off more if your hair is not healthy. And it could possibly, I have seen where people's dreads have come out of their scalp because their hair follicles just were not healthy. So carnivore is a very good advantage to having dreadlocks. So yeah, so if you guys are interested at all and want to check it out, stay tuned to my channel, and I will be kind of informing you guys a little bit along the way as my hair does more. The process, if you want to see, natural dreadlocks in action and in process. And like I said, I will keep reiterating lifestyle and diet, because it's all about well-being, and I want my hair to be natural. I don't want it to have any product on it. I don't want to have any hormone disruptors on my body whatsoever, if I can help it. I mean, already going to the grocery store, you get grocery bags and you get receipts and you get all these things, and you're exposed to other people's perfumes and products in the air. You're exposed to all sorts of things already in your environment. Why would you want to purposely put that stuff on yourself? So that's my spiel about that, and hopefully you guys got something out of it, even if it was just some sort of entertainment. And hopefully it'll do some good for some people. And I will keep talking about my hair, because I do have a sense of humor about it too, because it is kind of funny that I ended up with hair like this. And also, I have a lot of knowledge about dreadlocks. I've done a lot of research about them over the years, because I am a nerd, and because I wanted to understand why I would want such a hairstyle. And so yeah, I have a lot of that information too, and I will be giving that to you as well as soon as I can figure out how to edit a video like that. So, because it'll be kind of documentary style, but yeah, and it will have basically all of my stuff that I talk about tied into it, because it is part of me. It is woven into my life. And yeah, so there we go. This video is getting way too long, and I'm going to cut it short right here. And yes, and just keep the comments coming, as long as they're not too nasty. I don't care what you guys say, because they all count. They all give me points. Thank you very much. And they also, a lot of times, like this comment, give me fodder for a video, or at least help me to segue into this, because like I said, I've been wanting to talk more about my hair on this channel. So thank you very much to that commenter. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. Remember, if you want to support my channel, please like and subscribe. Do all of the good YouTube stuff. Do what you can to help keep me going. Yeah, and I will keep bringing you guys the information that I have. All right, talk to you later. See you on the next one. All right, bye.